If you're struggling with anything in your world, I can guarantee you it's because of one thing. You cannot repeatedly do it. Any area of your life that you're struggling in, you cannot repeatedly take action and do it. I'll give you some examples from my badass world. Anytime I'm trying to develop a skill, we all have potential, we all have gifts, there's a whole bunch of things that we're not good at. But if we have obsession and passion, and this is the part most gurus and pretend experts leave out, if you're willing to put in the 10,000 to 20,000 hours of developing the skill that you actually have passion and obsession for, then and only then, maybe you're in the money game. Passion and obsession without skill development, you can have all the passion and obsession you want for playing the game of hockey, the sport of basketball, golf, art, playing the piano, playing the violin, painting, entrepreneurship, direct marketing, copywriting, you name it. If you have passion and obsession, that's only part of the equation. You have to have the passion and obsession to then develop that skill, to become the world's best or one of the world's best at that. So with that in mind, if you're struggling in any area of your life, I have a lot of men that say to me, Michael, I just can't consistently walk. I just can't consistently write every day for an hour. I just can't consistently drink a gallon of water a day. I just can't consistently read 20 pages of a book or a newsletter a day. And it's not that you can't get the language right. It's that you won't walk, you won't write, you won't read, you won't drink water, you won't eat clean, you won't date your wife. So let's first and foremost get the language correct. Secondly, you struggle in any area that you struggle in your life, you can't or won't, better language, won't repeatedly and consistently do that. So if a man says to me, he says, Michael, I struggle with my marketing. I struggle getting a newsletter written. I've always dreamed of writing a book. I struggle with my marketing. I'm no good at it, or I have a hard time getting it done. Well, the problem is you don't repeatedly work on marketing. When I used to struggle making $30,000 a year, then $40,000 a year, and even at that level, I was just paying the minimum on my credit card. I was living in a one-bedroom apartment that was cold and dingy. I was driving a financed vehicle, and the reason that I wasn't making any real money and the reason that I wasn't marketing or advertising or having success in any of those areas is I would not consistently get up and write for an hour every single day, 7 days a week. So I was not repeatedly doing Operation Money Suck. So that was the reason I wasn't getting any consistent results. That's the reason I wasn't developing that skill. I would not repeatedly execute that behavior. I wouldn't write every day. I didn't write every day. I'd write for 2 days, take 5 days off, take a week off, write for 6 days, miss 11 days, on and on. So I wasn't committed to repeating that every day, day after day, day after day, 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour. So I struggled. Same thing with ideas. I don't have any ideas to write about, or I lack inspiration, or I lack motivation to do all these other things in my world. Well, when I wasn't repeatedly reading 10, 20 pages per day, about an hour a day, sometimes more, all of a sudden I didn't have inspiration. I didn't have motivation to walk or to do other things. I didn't have the inspiration or the will to win that I normally did because I wasn't willing to repeatedly read every day. So you can see what separates winners from losers is what you repeatedly do. There's a great quote from Vince Lombardi that says, "We are what we repeatedly do. Therefore, winning is not just a mindset. Winning is our habits. It's our daily habits. It's our daily rituals. It's our daily routine. It's our daily rules. We are what we repeatedly do. We're not what we repeat. We're not what we repeatedly think. That's part of the equation, but we are what we repeatedly do. If you get up and walk 7 days a week, 365 days, well, you know what? You're going to be a trim, fit person. You're going to be a businessman that has good mindset, good mental health. You're outside in nature. You're thinking. You're getting, lots of sunshine. You're getting lots of fresh air. You're getting every day a chance to be close to your creator. You're getting a chance to do a mental brain dump. You're getting a chance to do problem solving. Plus you're getting in 10,000, 15,000 steps a day. You're willing to repeatedly do that, then you're going to have success in that area. Michael, I'm fit. I've got lots of energy. I sleep well at night because you're dedicated and committed to repeatedly doing the one thing that gives you all of that. In that case, walking. It could be something else. So don't complain about what you're making. When I was making 30 grand, 40 grand, even 50 grand, I wasn't writing for an hour a day. I wasn't writing for an hour a day. I was negotiating with the process. I was breaking my own rules. I was negotiating with the bad wolf. I would write for 3 days, then not write on the weekends or skip this or skip that. So my income was the scoreboard, right? My income was the scoreboard. And the scoreboard said 30 grand. The scoreboard said 40 grand. The scoreboard said 50 grand. The scoreboard said dead broke. Can't pay your credit card, driving a finance car and living in a shit apartment. The scoreboard is never wrong, but the scoreboard said losing because I was not willing to repeat Operation Money Suck every single day, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. But I'll tell you, man, oh man, when I finally decided and said, I'm going to write an hour a day for the rest of my working life. I don't give a shit whether it's Sunday. I don't care if it's Christmas. I don't care if I'm sick. I don't care if I'm healthy. I don't care if I'm motivated. I don't care what the hell, whether I'm flying to a different country. I am going to write copy for at least 60 minutes per day. When I decided to do that 19, almost 20 years ago, my income exploded from 5 figures to 6 figures to 7 figures, the $1 million mark per year, because of that one single thing. It wasn't reading, it wasn't walking, those things were important. But when I sat down and wrote copy and wrote emails and wrote chapters in books, and every day I did something for an hour that brought me money, whether it was future bank or present bank, my life exploded. My financial situation went from broke, to safe harbor position in a handful of years. That's how books get written. That's how newsletters get published. That's how marketing happens. But when I started repeatedly doing Operation Money Suck, I had no more excuses. I was like, okay, I'm doing what everybody else isn't willing to do. Same thing with walking or anywhere else. So if you're struggling in any area of your life, whether it's financial, emotional, physical, mental, whatever it is, even, results, it's because you're not willing to repeat it day after day, day after day. Day after day is the secret. That's why I say no days off, and everybody's like, oh, well, what about the weekend? Well, the weekend makes you weak, okay? I adhere to the law of the jungle when it comes to personal peak performance. So do you think that a lion in the jungle takes Saturdays off from walking and stretching and all these other things? No, they don't. They every single day, 7 days a week, no days off. There's a great sports quote that one of my newsletter members reminded of me last month. When you skip a day, when you know. When you skip 2 days, your opposition knows. And when you skip 3 days, the fans know. And I mean, I think I would reverse that. I know the first day for sure, but I mean, if you're going to negotiate your process and you're going to take days off and you're going to fall off the wagon and not get back on, then you're going to struggle in all those areas. But whatever it is in your life that you're struggling with, whatever it is you're failing at it because you're not showing up in that area. You're not serious. You haven't written it down. You haven't visualized it. You haven't written it in your journal. You don't have a burning reason why. You gotta have a burning reason why you put your shoes on every morning and walk for an hour. You have to have a burning reason why you sit down and write copy every day for an hour. You have to have a burning reason why you read 20 pages of a book per day. You have to have a burning reason why you put your phone away at 6 p.m. at night. You have to have a burning reason why you drink a gallon of fresh water a day. You have to have a burning reason why you write down your goal every morning and every evening in your journal. You have to have a burning reason why for everything. And then if you do have a burning reason why, and you write that goal down every single day, well, guess what? You will repeatedly do it. You will walk 365. You will write 365. You will plan date nights. You will date your queen. You will lose the weight. You will repair the relationship, whatever it takes. But don't make excuses and don't whine and complain about not getting results in a certain area of your life. Look in the mirror at the man staring back. You're not willing to repeat it day after day. That's why you're struggling. And then once you get to the mental place where you say, you know what? I'm committed to doing this 7 days a week, 12 months a year, 365 days a year. Then as you continue to do that with no days off, all of a sudden your struggles will disappear in that area. If you're not going to repeat it every day, don't whine, bitch, and complain. You're not committed. And listen, if you're not going to put in the work, it's not going to happen. The process is the process. It takes what it takes. Speaking of it takes what it takes, if you're having struggles repeating what's important to you and making results happen in your life, whether it's walking or writing or money or relationships, any of those things, how about having 49 brothers behind you to keep you accountable this new year? How about having a coach like me in your corner who's going to give you homework and who's going to make you do things that you don't want to do, who's going to push you to the brink this coming year? You know what? If you like hiding in plain sight and you're just here, you're just mailing it in, you're just phoning it in every day, if you're not showing up for your wife and your children and your grandchildren, you're not showing up as a businessman or community leader, if you're okay with that, that's fine. But if you're not okay with that, we have a brand new calendar year starting in less than a month and a half. So what's going to be different? The only thing that can be really different between this year and next year is the people that you associate with and the books that you read. So what's more powerful than a mastermind with 49 elite brothers holding your feet to the fire? Sure, it's uncomfortable. Sure, you're going to be pushed out of your comfort zone. That's what winning takes. And you're going to be joined at the hip with me. I'm going to make you punch above your weight. I'm going to make you push yourself to the point where your wife and your kids are going to say, man, I barely recognize the man you are. Like that you've transformed. You've transformed as a businessman, as a marketer, as a father, as a husband. And let's transform that bank account and get you into a safe harbor position. Move you from 5 to 6 to 7 so your money worries in the next 12 months disappear. But man, you got to make that decision to sign up and be part of this brotherhood. BadassWorldBuilders.com. badassworldbuilders.com. There's 5 questions. It takes 1 minute. $97 refundable deposit. That's just to show me that you're not a clown and that you're serious about this. You get that money back. And then it's $9,800 for the year. Are you kidding me? Next year, I'm going to jack that to 25 grand. I'm not going to have any masterminds for 10 grand. I'm doing this because my wife, Krista, said, help more people. So because I'm in the first year, this is the first time I've ever done a mastermind like this. No traveling, no restaurants, no hotels, none of that horse shit. You can work from home with me every 2 weeks. I'm doing it one time, but I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to have a 10 grand mastermind. I mean, are you kidding me? I got a $50,000 mastermind that my top dogs are in. And then I'm going to move up. I'm going to scale up to a $150,000 mastermind. And I'm going to have a private mastermind for 1 or 2 guys next year for $250,000, $250,000. I'm not wasting my time at $9,800. So if you're thinking about doing this next year, I mean, are you kidding me? It's going to be 3 times the price. I'm not going to be doing some 10 grand masterminds. There's just no way. The masterminds that I'm in, $30,000, and now I'm in one over 100K. The more you pay, the more you pay attention. So I'm going to do this once this year as a beta, as a test, and then after that, it's going to be 25 grand minimum. So this is an opportunity for you to build the world of your dreams for pocket change. Are you kidding me? You tell me if you 2x your business, what does $9,800 mean? If you avoid a divorce where you have to cut your life in half, what's $9,800? If you add 5 or 10 years to your life because you get in better physical or mental health, what's the price of that? If you reconnect with your children that are lost, then what's $9,800? Like, screw your head on straight. You need to invest to win. You need to invest to win. And I'm going to put everything I have into this, but it's going to give you exactly what you need. It's going to take you out of hiding in plain sight, and it's going to hold your feet to the fire, and we all need accountability. I'm in a mastermind. I'm in 2 of them. So why do you think you don't need a coach? Okay? The best athletes in the world, they all got coaches. The best entrepreneurs in the world have coaches. Warren Buffett has a coach. Everybody has a coach, but you don't have a coach? You're just going to be one of these guys who reads books and reads newsletters, but you don't need accountability? That's such bullshit. That's called burying yourself in horseshit. Everybody needs accountability. I do, and you do. And this is an open invitation to get accountability from somebody who's already done what you want and is still doing it. I'm not some pretend retired expert who used to achieve things in my distant memory. I'm a 7-figure earner. I've got an 8-figure net worth, and that's what I'm selling. I'm selling what I still do. And I'm going to do this program with you for 12 months. I'm going to be building my world again every year. Just build my world, build my world, build my world. Same thing with my champions. But man, oh man, start asking the right questions instead of how much things cost. Start asking the question, how much can this transform my life? How much can this transform my life? And nothing's more powerful than a mastermind. My book isn't more powerful than a mastermind. My newsletter isn't. There's no way, because masterminds take you from thinking to doing. They take you from thinking to doing. And I'm going to tell you right now, you ask anybody who's been in this world building program, whether it's the Billy Wagners of the world, whether it's the David Littons, whether it's the Billy Goffs, I don't give a shit who they are. I hold those guys, I hold their feet to the fire. And I push those guys, and I push them to the brink, and I make them think, and I make them change their ways, and I make them write, and I make them journal, and literally they transform their lives in 8 weeks. What do you think we're going to do over 12 months? You think there's going to be improvements in all the areas of your life? Damn straight there is. If you do the work, we're going to 2x everything in your life. But I'm telling you right now, man, you need a coach who's going to push you. You need somebody who's going to demand more from you. Demand, accountability. And man, in 12 months, you won't recognize yourself, and you won't recognize the new world that you're living in. badassworldbuilders.com. 2 words. Remember to do what I do. When you get home tonight, make sure you hug your children and make sure you hug your wife. You'll all feel better in this world. You'll all feel better. The most important people are right in front of us, right in our homes, in our living rooms, in our dining rooms, in our kitchens. They're right in front of us. Stick your head in that bedroom door, text your kids at college, pick up the phone and call them, leave them notes, write on the mirror, whatever it takes. you'll feel better and your kids will feel better and your wife will feel better. Very, very important. There's a last time for everything. There's a last time that you'll talk to your wife. There's a last time you'll talk to your son. There'll be a last time you talk to your daughter. There'll be a last time you'll talk to your mom or dad if you're still blessed to have them in your life. Like, screw it on straight here. Life is a gift every day. Every day the good Lord lets us open our eyes. It means he's not done with us. That's what it means. It means he's not done with us. There's still more. He's still working on you. He's still I open up my eyes today on a Sunday morning. You know what? The good Lord, my creator, he's got more work for me to do. He's not done with me. He's got more to teach me. He's got more to show me. He's got more to inspire me. He's not done with me. So every day you open up your eyes, you get an opportunity. Remember, that opportunity is to do even more. So let's get there, okay? Let's get there every single day. badassworldbuilders.com. That's it. 2 words that changed my life. 2 words that'll definitely change yours. Be relentless.